Guns are one of the most important parts of every GTA game. They are not just tools, they can completely shape how much fun and chaos you can create. That's why in today's video we are taking a closer look at every weapon I spotted and could identify in GTA 6 Trailer 2 and the official screenshots. But before we start, I would really appreciate if you could leave a like on this video and subscribe to my channel. Let's begin. So the very first weapon that we see in the second trailer is a baseball bat. It's not a gun, but it's a melee weapon that we could use in the game. In this shot where we can see policemen detaining some people in Little Haiti area, we don't see them pulling out their pistols, but we can see them in their holsters. And if we go to the internet to find out which guns they use in Miami in police department, we will find out that they use Glock 22. In this scene where Lucia and Jason are seen to be robbing a bank, they are using MP5s. And what's interesting to me is that Lucia is using MP5 without a scope, and in the next shot we can see Jason using MP5 as well, but with a scope, so it means there will be weapon customization, but it wasn't a big mystery to us anyway. Once again we can see a policewoman with a pistol in her holster, and I again assume that it is Glock 22. In this moment we can see Jason, Brian and Brian's wife in the back. Her name is Lori, but the thing that we should be paying our attention to are the instruments in the back. Obviously we can see a bunch of instruments, however I think that a wrench and a hammer will probably be usable as weapons. In this really short clip everything happens really fast and some guns are pretty blurry. However, I think that that policeman in the back has a Glock 22 with a flashlight, and the policeman in the white hat has Colt M4A1 carbine. Once again we see another policeman that has Glock 22 with flashlight, but it's not turned on. In this scene where Jason is doing drive-by, he's actually shooting from a Beretta 92 FS. Once again in this scene where Jason and Lucia are planning a heist, Jason has Beretta 92 FS, and over here it's pretty obvious, it's a grenade launcher. In this shot we have quite a lot of guns, obviously because it Phil's ammunition. The gun that Phil is holding is AR-15. In the background we can see some double barrels, Mossberg 500, a pump shotgun from GTA 5, M14, Benelli M4, and if we look on the wall once again, we can see MP5, MP9, Micro Uzi, M16, AR-15 once again, and Phil is holding M249. And just look at customization, once again we have a scope. Now look at this, we got lots of different AKs, one of them is AKM and another one is AK-74M. And just look at that in the back. We can see a returning company from Red Dead Redemption 2 by the name of Duke. They also made guns in Red Dead Redemption 2 era, and obviously they are continuing to do it in GTA 6. Over here we can see a minigun that is attached to a helicopter, which is probably M134 minigun. Over here we can see Lucia shooting at a police helicopter, and she's probably shooting from an AK. Once again we can see MP5, and in this last shot where we can see some tools, some of them could probably be used as melee weapons such as hammer and a bigger wrench on the left again. Now let's move to screenshots and short clips that we got on official GTA 6 website. So let's begin with the most interesting from screenshots. We can see Glock 22, even though it doesn't look like real life Glock. It is made like that to avoid copyright, however, it is a Glock 22 with an illegal switch in the back. So you see, it alters the trigger mechanisms of semi-automatic pistols such as Glock 22, enabling the guns to continuously fire rounds as long as the trigger is depressed and the gun has ammunition. And honestly, it's a cool modification that we'll be able to use in GTA 6. Over here in this screenshot we can see Brian handing Glock 17 to Jason. Then look at this. We can see our buddy Carl. He has a mini golf putter that could be used as a melee weapon and a tool to play mini golf. Once again we can see Jason wielding Beretta 92 FC. And just look at this screenshot, it looks absolutely amazing with that lighting. However, we're talking about guns. It is M4A1, and look at that, we can see Duke Company logo on it, which is the one I told you before from Red Dead Redemption 2. Over here we can see Lucia hiding from a guy. She has Sturm Ruger SR9 in her hand, and the guy in the back seems to be wielding some type of Glock or Beretta with a flashlight. It's not clear because it's a little bit blurry. Over here we can see another character that we know, which is Raul Bautista, and he is wielding a gun which is 1911. Then we can see a revolver which is probably based on Colt Python 347 Magnum. Over here we can see some weapons that NPCs use for hunting, such as M14 with a scope and M110 with some customization in it. Over here we can see a guy with a double barrel, and look at these guys that just shot a deer. They are using Winchester 70. Once again we get a look at a baseball bat, and in this screenshot we can see policemen with their pistols in holsters. However, as I said before, those are probably Glock 22s, like in real life Miami Police Department. Now let's move to clips from official website. Right here we can see Brian's wife Lori, and she is wielding what looks to be AR-15 or M4. It's not really clear because it's a bit blurry. I'm not saying it's definitely AR-15, however it could be. For the third time over here we can see Jason wielding Beretta 92 FS. It seems to me that this pistol will be his iconic one. This is the very last clip I'm gonna go over. Right here we can see Jason, Lucia and Raul Bautista doing a heist, probably escaping it at this point because they have duffel bags on their backs. Talking about guns, we can see Jason wielding M4A1, just like on the screenshot I showed you before. And looking at Raul Bautista, he's using AR-15, with Duke Company logo once again. Talking about Lucia, it's not really clear what type of gun she is using in this clip. She looks really amazed, by the way. It could be some type of assault rifle, just like Raul and Jason have. So I believe she's also using AR-15. So, those were all the weapons we have been able to spot so far in GTA 6 Trailer 2 and official screenshots as well as clips. Of course, this is just the beginning. Rockstar is likely holding back a lot more for launch, and we are probably going to see even crazier weapons once we get our hands on the full game. Let me know in the comments which weapons are you most excited to try out, or if I missed anything. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more GTA 6 content, and I'll see you in the next one.